The psychology of why men play video games. Now, apparently, a study was done. But you as a human being watching this right now, you know for a fact that out of all the people them that play video games, you know 90% of them are men. Apparently, this study came back with results to say that out of all the people them that play video games, is 50% men and 50% women. Straight garbage. Your man watching this right now, how many chicks do you know that play video games? You may know one or two. That's one or two chicks. For every one or two chicks that play video games, times that by 10 for the amount of men that play video games. Gal them watching this right now. How many of your female friends play video games as opposed to all of your exes and that? The majority of your exes probably play video games. You probably had that one female friend that played video games. Stop listening to these statistics. Garbage. The statistics will tell you that, the average height for a man is 5'8", 5'9". That's bullshit. And the average height for a woman is about 5'3" or whatever. Garbage. I go out onto the street. I'm 5'9.5". I go out onto the street. Most men are about an inch or two taller than me. I see women out on the street. Most of them are a couple of inches shorter than me. Listen, you see how, if you ever question statistics and that, just go out into the real world and just have your own observations and that. There's a chick that lives next door. She's about 5'9". My neighbor, old woman, she's about 5'7". There was a woman that was living next to her. She's about 5'7". My girl is 5'6", 5'7". There was another woman that lives at number 6. She's about 5'7". All these chicks seem to be 5'6" and 5'7" and that. So that just tells me the average height of a woman is 5'7" and the average height of a man is about 5'11". Stop listening to all these statistics and that. But the main reason why men play video games is because men, we have this innate desire to want to build and conquer and level up. Most men watching this right now who are between the age of 35 to 20 years old would have appreciated playing Pokemon when they was younger. Do you know why a lot of men and boys like to play Pokemon when they were younger as opposed to girls? Because we have an innate desire to want to level up and become the best version of ourselves. It is a deep-rooted desire and desire that we have from a child. That's why we used to take pride in getting a Pokemon and leveling its character up and letting it evolve and that. We have this innate desire to want to become the best version of ourselves. The reason why it's a problem, why men want to play video games and that, is because it gives you that short-term gratification. It's like a short-term win. Think about it this way. Every time you play a video game, more than likely you're going to win. So if you're losing in the real world, all you need to do is go home and play a video game and win at that. And that can give you like a self-esteem boost. You see, there's certain men out here, they're not good at life. So they substitute being bad at life with playing video games and winning. Me, I'm forced to be good at life. Do you know why? Because I don't play video games. So I don't get that short-term gratification. So I have to go out into the real world and win at life, yeah? This is the reason why men want to play video games. We have an innate desire to want to level up and become the best versions of ourselves. That's why we all played Vice City. That's why when we played San Andreas and that, we was hell-bent on becoming the biggest, strongest, best character ever. Final Fantasy and all them games there where you walk around with your character, you can level up and that. The reason why men want to play video games is because we have an innate desire to become the best versions of ourselves. But we're shooting ourselves in the foot by playing these video games and that, because we're winning in this video game that don't mean nothing, but then we're losing in real life. But then to subsidize losing in real life and feeling low, we go and win in a game. Trust me, I remember playing Xbox 360. Who remembers that game Gears of War? I remember playing that when I was all 14, 15 and that. I remember, I was alright at Gears of War, the first one. I was decent, but I weren't at certain man's level. I remember playing them Americans, yeah? Them man, they were on their next level. I remember, you roll around with the shotgun and that. I remember them man there. I don't know how they used to move and that, how they learnt these skills and that. But them man there would slap the shotgun off and move to the side and that and bounce against the wall and shoot you again and that. And I think to myself, the amount of hours these guys used to put in, yeah, if they, thinking about it now, if they put that amount of hours and had that level of skill in the real world, they'd be fucking millionaires, blood. The man, they are wasting their time playing video games. Because, yeah, you're leveling up in a video game, but how is that giving you any value in the real world. How can you take that value and go and buy a car? You go and buy your Mercedes, buy a house. You can't put food on the table and that. Now, maybe in this era, yeah, we can stream on Twitch and that. But it's a fucking waste of time trying to become the best character and that. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a short-term win, but it's a long-term loss. Do you know the reason? I was thinking about this the other day. Do you know the reason why some people just snitch on people for no reason? I'm not talking about, them man that went over there, something got dropped, they pulled everyone in and the weak links start to drop off and snitch on everyone because they want to go home after 5 years instead of riding 15. I'm not talking about man snitching on cases. I'm not talking about, Mrs. Jones picking out the blinds and that, and I'm telling on you, like, yeah, there's a BMW, he keeps coming around there, he's selling drugs. I'm not talking about that kind of snitching and that. I'm talking about, people that just go out of their way to grass people up for no reason, really and truly. So, like, there's been people in the past, there's man that have gyal who their chick pretends to be a single mum so they can claim benefits and that. There's been people in the past who have just grassed them up for no reason whatsoever. It happened to someone that I know. Someone got grassed on by someone for no reason. Okay, what they're doing is illegal, but what I'm saying is they're not hurting the community like that, like selling drugs or dropping bodies over there on the other side and that. The reason why some people like to grass people up is because they feel like it's a short-term win. They feel like they're doing something. They feel like they're achieving something. I promise you. You see these people that grass people up for no reason. They're doing something illegal in that house or whatever, not cultivating drugs, but just something that they're not supposed to do in that. If the council found out, they wouldn't like it, like building an extension illegally or something. They're doing the reason why these people are doing that, and I guarantee you, these people would not be doing that, grassing up people for no reason. I guarantee you, if they were millionaires and they were driving a Ferrari and life was going perfect for them and they just felt like they were $1 million and that and they were just living their best life, I promise you, if they was living that lifestyle, they wouldn't be grassing up these people. But they're losing that life, so that's why they feel like, you know what, if I grass up people, if I get people in trouble and that, I'm winning. I watched a video about some illegal landlord that had like 10 people staying in a 3-bed house. Man's got 2 families in one double room, You got some Romanian people over there, and then you got some other people over there. You got 2 separate families in a double room. Man are cooking and cleaning meat in their bedroom and that. So anyway, they got on top of the landlord and that, and you get me, they gained access to the property, the council, wasn't it? And one of the council workers was saying, is this even legal? The council worker said that the council are going to take over this private landlord's property, and some of the people that are staying, they have to leave, but some of them can stay, and they're going to claim the rent, and the rent's going to go to the council, and the landlord's not going to get no rent from the tenants and that. And I think to myself, how the hell is this even legal? And that? Anyway, the guy was standing out there with his smug face saying, yep, it's a win for us. That landlord's not going to get a penny. He's not going to see a penny of that money and that. And yeah, it's a good day or whatever. And I think to myself, you think you're winning by, obviously what the landlord was doing was illegal and that. But I feel like this guy thinks and feels like he's achieving something when he's really not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's the psychology of men playing video games. It's a short-term win, but it's a long-term loss. So man, then put down the video games. Yeah, it's not serving you no purpose. Go out into the real world and win in the real world. Me, I don't play video games, so I'm technically losing at playing video games, but I'm winning in the real world, and that is what counts. No child gives a shit if their dad is good at this video game or that video game. I promise you, all children would rather their dad be rich and drive a Mercedes, live in a nice house, than be the best fucking video gamer in their Ross Clark Man's basement, yeah? Don't tell me nothing else, yeah? Stay wise, ton though.